Today's quote is entitled, "The husband tells his wife, 'You should treat me like God.'" This is a true story. Recently, a woman wrote me telling me that this is what her husband tells her. In other words, he means that she should do whatever he asks of her, whenever he asks, and however he wants it done. When Prabhupada was asked, should a wife do whatever her husband wants, Prabhupada replied, "And you should be so arrogant to think this way?" So this devotee who asked Prabhupada this question was reading Prabhupada's books, and according to him, it seemed like Prabhupada was saying, the husband is the guru, the husband is in charge, the wife should be submissive, therefore the wife should do whatever the husband asks. It kind of seems like that in theory, and which is fine if the husband is sympathetic, empathetic, compassionate, etc., because obviously he's going to take care of his wife, he's not going to exploit her, and she'll want to do whatever he wants, she'll want to please him. But he won't demand it, he won't threaten her, and if you don't do this, you're a bad wife, he won't shame her, and some men do this. So this is a real-life example. A woman wrote me and told me her husband was making many demands on her, which were unfair, demands that she couldn't fulfill, or were very difficult to fulfill for her physically, emotionally, and even spiritually. And she wrote me and explained the situation, and I said, "It sounds like your husband is being a bit abusive to you. Do you ever talk to him about these things?" He said, I tried to talk, but he doesn't listen. And he said, "I'm supposed to listen to him. He's not supposed to listen to me." So where did he get this idea? Well, obviously he got this idea from reading Srila Prabhupada's books, which obviously is the wrong idea. But it's interesting how sometimes we get the complete wrong idea when we're reading Prabhupada's books, because the idea is actually within us. It's not actually in what Prabhupada said, it's within our heart. And we can utilize that to fulfill our desires, or in this case, for a man to exploit his wife, which he was also doing sexually, on the plea that you should treat me like God, I'm your husband, and you should do whatever I want. And Prabhupada had never said that. In saying the wife should be submissive and so forth, it's not a license for the husband to exploit his wife, as some men unfortunately misunderstand, because obviously that's what they want to do, and they're looking for some Shastric reference to support it. So this is a very, very important point, not specifically because of what he's saying only, but also because we can see how sometimes we misrepresent Shastra because we have a certain idea, and then we're looking in Shastra to support that idea. So, ladies, if your husband tells you you'll have to do whatever he wants because you should treat him like God, and he's kind and loving, and he listens to you, and so on and so forth, it's a little bit different than when he doesn't, and he makes demands of you that are unhealthy. Now, I asked this lady, this woman, does your husband demean you when you don't want to follow him? And she said, yes. He puts me down, he criticizes me, he blames me if I don't do what he says. It's a very unhealthy situation to be in, because if a person's constantly putting you down, you start to believe that. Then you lose your self-confidence, it lowers your self-esteem, and sometimes it actually takes many years to overcome this. So, we should never be in a relationship where a person is demeaning us, where a person is causing us to lose our self-confidence. And if you're in a situation like that, you should get help, either by directly confronting your partner and saying that this is not acceptable, or speaking to others who can give you some clarity about it, and who may also be able to speak to your partner, or getting some counseling. But don't allow yourself to be in a situation where your partner is hurting you either physically, emotionally, or spiritually, in the name of this is your duty to me. Hare Krishna. If you like this video, you can subscribe below. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you share this video with others, if you comment on it, if you like it, do whatever you have to click to share it, because I think a lot of devotees would appreciate getting these videos. I try to take our philosophy and put it in a practical way so we know how to apply it in daily activity. And this is one of the services I do. And I want to reach as many devotees as possible. If you can help me, I'd appreciate it so much. Thank you.